For 60 years, presidents and presidential candidates have known that bowling skills are essential to running the United States and managing the massive nuclear arsenal that the United States controls. Starting with Truman and progressing through Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, and Bush, each of these presidents had a similar capability in common. They could bowl over 200 on any given day of the week. This was an essential skill to managing the stresses that come with the nuclear arsenal of the United States of America. One presidential hopeful, however, recently failed the test. Barack Obama showed up to Altoona, Pennsylvania to meet and greet the locals and demonstrate his skills at bowling, which apparently are non-existent, as he bowled a 37 out of a potential perfect score of 300, taking 20 throws at 200 pins and coming up with just 37 of those pins. After his display of ineptitude, he took out his frustration on a senior campaign organizer. While his campaign team is guilty of putting Barack Obama in a bowling alley before he was ready, they are not guilty of his choice of technique at bowling, the between-the-legs method. We analyzed his technique under blacklight situations, discovering that by the American Bowling Association. Democrats rapidly hopped into spin mode in attempts to curb the fallout from this public display. However, there's no getting away from what we see here in the Republican response. They have developed a highly capable team to train John McCain in bowling techniques. You can see there are a number of tricks that the Republicans have up their sleeves, and there's no doubt that John McCain will be more experienced as a bowler when push comes to shove. McCain has been working with this staff of young Republicans since last summer, working to hone his skills as a bowler. Inside sources tell us that John McCain is now bowling a 240 at least once a week. This after having to overcome many injuries and wounds sustained in the service of the United States. We attempted to dig into Barack Obama's past to discover the source of his poor choice of bowling technique. Obama is rumored to be an excellent basketball player, and so we looked back to his high school career in sports, only to discover that yes, he was a very good player on the courts, but he did have some flaws even in that. In basketball, as you can see from this video footage, Barack is excellent on the fast break, excellent at playing defense. He engages the crowd and gets the crowd on its feet for every play. But there is early evidence of Barack Obama's flaw in technique. He can no better throw a brick up and make a free throw than he can roll a brick down the lane and get a strike. In 2008, Americans are going to have to find a president that can bowl, and that president will not likely be Barack Obama.